So everyone's pooping their pants over DeepSeek R1, this groundbreaking AI model out of China that is competing with the top models from the United States, but at a much lower cost and open source. And I've been playing with it. I've been testing it with my English teacher goggles on, and I have some thoughts. And I'm going to show a head-to-head, a side-by-side using the same prompt so we can kind of compare. And then I'll share some thoughts. But I think the core question to ask, if you're an English learner, is should you switch? Should you use that because it's the most advanced one? Or not? That's the question. So let's first try a head-to-head and see how they compare. It's going to be a relatively simple task. I want to basically create a listening exercise to improve my listening skills. I want to create a transcript that I can listen to, and then I want some questions that I can answer to test my comprehension, and it should be very natural. It should have colloquialisms, it should have pauses, it should be very natural. Okay, so DeepSeek is thinking. I do like the way that it shows the thoughts that it's having. That's kind of cool. All right, so we've got, oh, it said, all right, so. Today we're diving into, well, actually, scratch that. Let me rephrase. Today we're going to explore, okay, so I don't want to read this whole thing because it's a listening exercise. If I read the whole thing, then it's not really a listening exercise, is it? I have to listen to it. So I'm going to copy it because there's no button down here that I can click on to play the sound. And I'll go over here to 11 labs, paste it into 11 labs, and generate. All right, so today we're diving into, well, actually, scratch that. Let me rephrase. Today we're going to explore something we all experience daily but rarely stop to analyze: laughter. More specifically, why do our brains find certain things funny? Okay. Not bad. I like the voice. Whoever's voice that is. Ooh, nice, buttery, juicy. Sounds good. Now let's try the same thing. I would say that was, pretty natural, pretty good, not bad. Let's try the exact same prompt in ChatGPT O1. Okay, here's O1, same prompt. Also thinking. Show me your thoughts, ChatGPT. I want to see what you're thinking about. Oh, there they are. There are your thoughts. All right, so here's the lecture transcript, and I'll just click on this button to listen to it.
Lecture transcript, the evolution of personal branding in the digital age. All right, let me just gather my thoughts for a sec. It's wild how in this day and age, everyone from your next door neighbor to your favorite celebrity is curating some sort of brand, right? Personal branding isn't just...
Okay, now, I personally don't see a huge difference between the two. In fact, if I were to switch over to GPT 4.0 or use Llama from Meta or Gemini, the responses would probably be similar. Good enough, let's say. Maybe some slight differences, right? O1 and R1 are using something called chain of thought reasoning, so they spend a bit more time to think through their response. But personally, I haven't noticed that make a huge difference in terms of the quality of the English, let's say. So for a task like this, whether you're using Meta or Gemini or the free version of ChatGPT or R1, the differences are going to be relatively small. And for a lot of daily tasks, a lot of things that you may need to do to work on your English, it's going to be similar no matter which one you're using. And that brings up, I think, a key question, which is, should you decide what to use based on how advanced the model is? Or are other factors just as important? maybe more important. I'll speak for myself, okay? I currently pay the $20 per month for ChatGPT. Now, why do I do that? Is it because I think that the model is so much more advanced than the free version of ChatGPT or Google Gemini? Actually, no. That's not why I pay $20 a month. I pay $20 a month for features, for convenience, for ease of use. So when I created the first transcript in DeepSeek R1, I couldn't just push a button. I had to copy it, paste it into 11 Labs, right? And then listen to it there. 2 steps, okay, not a big deal. But there are a lot of little things like that. I'm not loyal to ChatGPT. I just use it and pay for it because it has features that I like. I like that I can create mini GPTs to do very specific things that I need to do. I like that I can create projects, have a bunch of files related to each other, and interact with those files in an intuitive way. I like that I can easily search all of my chats and find very specific things. I like that I can start a voice call, basically, and have a deep discussion about something. So it's really those things that make me pay money rather than how advanced the model is. The reason that I tend not to use Google Gemini is because I don't really like how they did it. There are a lot of things about it that annoy me. I don't like to talk to Google Gemini because it often forgets what I just said and forgets what the goal is that we're trying to accomplish. That's not, I don't think, a problem with the model. That's a software thing. That's a UI thing. That's a front-end thing. That's a how it makes me feel thing, right? And so I think that's part of the conversation that seems to be forgotten or not focused on enough. Because let's assume in 2 years, anyone creating a model with enough resources can build a super intelligence. Let's assume they're just everywhere. Extremely intelligent models. Well then, what will be the differentiator? What will be the thing that makes you say, I want to use this instead of that? I think one of them will be ease of use, convenience, that they make us feel good. I like how easy it is that I can create little agents to go out and do things for me. And I like the reports that they generate that I can read easily. I like that I can have a conversation with several different people to work through an idea. I like that my personal AI assistant knows me so well that it can anticipate what I'm going to ask or need or want today. Those kinds of things. Yes, they rely on the models, but there's also an interface part that, to me, is extremely important. I want to use things that make me more productive, that make me feel good, right? That make my life easier. So, am I alone? Am I crazy? Let me know what you think. Will you be switching over to whatever the most advanced model is? Again, the reason it's groundbreaking is not necessarily that it's better than O1 or any of the other top models, but that it was trained for a much lower cost and it's open source. So, hey, that's interesting. Good competition. But let me know how you feel about it. If you haven't done so already, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe. I really appreciate that. You can also get a free course in the links in the description and check out the 90-day program. That is the best way to improve your English in 90 days. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.